Hi there, my name is Marc, and today I will be presenting on the topic of social media and organisational crisis communication. This concept has been drawn from the Week 9 reading by Yang Cheng, titled How Social Media is Changing Crisis Communication Strategies, Evidence from the Updated Literature. Cheng focuses on the impact of social media upon modern crisis communication. Firstly, let's take a look at what an organisational crisis is. An organisational crisis is a specific, unexpected, and non-routine event or series of events that create high levels of uncertainty and simultaneously present an organisation with both opportunities for and threats to its high-priority goals. The management and communication of organisational crises has been significantly changed and impacted by the emergence of social media. Cheng compared two dominant schools of thought. The first argues that organisations can effectively use social media to widely communicate to audiences and stakeholders. Conversely, social media lends itself as a breeding ground for crises due to the broad reach and rapid travel speed of content, as well as the rise in user-generated content and exchanges. In simpler terms, social media mobilisation can be both helpful and hurtful to an organisation when a crisis arises. So my simple example is a racial profiling incident which involved the performer SZA and an employee at a Sephora store in Calabasas, California. On the 30th of April 2019, SZA tweeted about an experience she had just had in the store, calling out an employee named Sandy for having security called to ensure she was not stealing. With SZA's follower base acting with outrage, and some even claiming to have suffered similar treatment in the past, Sephora became aware of the incident and replied directly to SZA's tweet the following day. Sephora apologised for the incident and vowed to take action. By replying directly to the tweet, Sephora addressed the key publics directly, apologised, and made a commitment to do better. A month later, Sephora announced on social media that all US-based employees will undertake diversity training as a follow-on from the incident, displaying a continued commitment to diversity and inclusion. These actions can significantly limit the potential damage to a company's image and reputation, and can even have a positive effect moving forward. So my quote drawn from the reading is the following. The ideal situation for an organisation could be no crises. However, few organisations can successfully avoid all unpredictable crises and the possible damage of images. This quote emphasises the ever-present threat of public relations disasters. Crises are almost always unexpected, yet the handling of a crisis determines the extent of the damage. Sephora handled the crisis appropriately, but the organisation in my complex example was not successful in doing so. For my complex example, I've chosen the EasyJet public relations disaster. In August 2019, a passenger on EasyJet flight 2021 was expected to sit in a backless seat until the plane took off from Luton to Geneva. In actuality, the passenger was moved to a proper seat before takeoff. Her partner took to Twitter to complain on her behalf, but EasyJet employee Ross responded with a request for the passenger to remove the image from Twitter, before direct messaging them with more information about the incident. This has painted EasyJet in a disastrous light, as they have publicly displayed their concern is with protecting their brand rather than assisting their customer base. Broadcasting this attitude and approach to a global audience on social media significantly compounded the issue. The reaction from the online public was swift and pulled no punches, sparking memes and jokes at EasyJet's expense. It can be understood why EasyJet wanted the image removed from Twitter, but their handling of the issue initially indicated a level of fault and an absence of an apology. In my selected reading for this presentation, Cheng argues that traditional crisis communication models do not take into account the impact of social media. EasyJet's response, however, does not even fall within the bounds of traditional appropriate strategies such as image repair theory and situational crisis communication theory. Simply put, this was horribly mismanaged, and considering the platform that it occurred on, the resulting reaction was very damaging to EasyJet's image and reputation. Incidents such as this, where a company appears unapologetic, can have long-term consequences on the public standing of a brand. Considering the prominence of social media in the crisis communication and media landscape, I want to ask the following question. Why is it that crises that play out on social media are so difficult for organisations to manage? Thank you very much.